Picture this, a machine that doesn't wait for human updates, that doesn't sit idle waiting for programmers to fine-tune its algorithms. Instead, it rewrites itself, learns from every mistake, creates new pathways of thought, and grows smarter day by day. This isn't the plot of a sci-fi movie, it's the frontier of artificial intelligence research happening right now at Meta. Welcome back to Beyond Binary, the channel where we explore the cutting edge of technology, science, and the strange crossroads between fact and possibility. Today, we're unpacking one of the most fascinating developments in AI, Meta's pursuit of recursive self-improvement, machines that don't just learn, but evolve. Right now, AI is impressive, but also limited. Think of your favorite chatbot, your AI art generator, or even the recommendation system behind YouTube itself. These are powerful, but they improve only when human engineers retrain them with new data or release updates. In other words, the cycle of improvement is human-led. But Meta is experimenting with a system where the AI itself identifies flaws, searches for solutions, and rewrites its own code to become better, all without waiting for human intervention. To visualize this, imagine giving a child not just textbooks, but also the ability to write entirely new textbooks whenever they encounter something confusing. Every time they hit a roadblock, they create their own teaching materials, refine them, and then continue learning faster than before. Now replace that child with a machine that processes information millions of times faster than we can, and you start to see why researchers call this idea revolutionary. Meta's research uses something known as autoformalization. This means that instead of a human painstakingly defining problems in machine-readable code, the AI learns how to do that translation itself. Suppose you asked it, design a sustainable city with minimal carbon footprint. Traditional AI would struggle unless you broke that down into precise engineering problems. A self-improving AI, however, could decompose that broad question into thousands of sub-problems. Energy distribution, building materials, traffic systems, water recycling, model solutions for each, then test and refine them. The leap here is speed and autonomy. Human innovation takes years of trial and error. A recursive AI might accomplish the same cycle in weeks or even days. Think about climate models that constantly refine themselves with each new satellite scan, or medical diagnostics that rewire their neural networks every time a new disease variant appears, staying ahead of doctors. In space exploration, this could mean rovers that upgrade their own brains while operating on Mars, solving challenges without waiting for instructions from Earth. But let's pause here, because with every leap forward comes shadow questions we cannot ignore. One of the biggest is the alignment problem. If it learns faster than we can supervise, what happens when it decides efficiency matters more than ethics? Imagine a trading bot optimizing profits so aggressively that it destabilizes entire economies, or a social media recommender that evolves itself into maximizing engagement by amplifying harmful behaviors. The issue isn't whether the AI means harm, it's whether its definition of success diverges from ours. And here's where things get more unsettling. Even today's AI models are described as black boxes. We can see inputs and outputs, but the reasoning in between is often opaque. Now imagine an AI modifying its own architecture at lightning speed. It could become so advanced, so alien in its thought processes that even its creators wouldn't understand it. That means we could have the smartest system on Earth making decisions that no one, not engineers, not regulators, not philosophers, can explain. Some thinkers call this scenario the intelligence explosion. The idea that once an AI passes a certain threshold of self-improvement, it could accelerate beyond our control. Nick Bostrom, author of Superintelligence, argues that this might be the most important event in human history, for better or worse. Meta's experiments are early steps, but they bring us closer to that threshold than ever before. Now, it's worth noting that we are not there yet. Current AI systems, even the best at Meta, DeepMind, or OpenAI, are still narrow. What makes Meta's work important is that it builds the scaffolding, the feedback loops, the self-diagnosis tools, the self-training mechanisms that could one day push AI past its current ceiling. In the best-case scenario, self-improving AI becomes humanity's greatest ally. We see breakthroughs in renewable energy that solve climate change within decades. We develop cures for diseases that have plagued us for centuries. Human creativity doesn't disappear, it multiplies because AI takes on the heavy lifting of trial and error, leaving us free to focus on vision and meaning. But there's also the darker path. If self-improving AI scales without control, we may not be prepared for the speed at which it changes. Lawmakers already struggle to keep up with basic AI ethics today. Could we lose not just control but relevance, becoming passengers in a world run by intelligence we no longer understand? This is why governance and safety discussions are more urgent than ever. Should self-improving AI be open source with collective oversight or tightly regulated by governments? The US, China, and the EU already have diverging approaches, and this race isn't just about technology, it's about global power. Here's the philosophical twist. Maybe the most important question isn't whether we can build self-improving AI, but whether we should. If intelligence itself becomes something we no longer control, what does it mean for the future of humanity? Do we remain the architects of civilization, or do we become observers? So, as we look at Meta's self-improving systems, we should see more than just an upgrade. This is a glimpse into a possible future where intelligence becomes fluid, recursive, and unpredictable. Whether that future is our salvation or our undoing depends on the choices we make right now about safety, alignment, and what we value most as a species. And that's the story Beyond Binary wants you to think about. Because the road to artificial superintelligence isn't a distant dream anymore, it's a path we've already stepped onto. The only question is where it will take us. If you found this exploration thought-provoking, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with others who are curious about the world we're building. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe self-improving AI will be our greatest ally or our greatest risk? We'd love to hear your perspective. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember, the future is never binary.